Hello, I'm Dr. David Brown. I'm the president of the King James Bible Research Council, and I'm also the curator of the Biblical Heritage Archive Traveling Museum. I get interested anytime there's programs that deal with the scriptures, and one of the programs that I watch from time to time is a program on the History Channel called Pawn Stars. And so we're going to take a little gander at a couple of these, and I'll make comments along the way to see if I think they're accurate or not.
What have we got this time?
Okay, this time I have brought for you the most incomplete book that I've ever brought. This is an actual printed page from the Gutenberg Bible, the very first printed book.
Well, if there was printing before Gutenberg's printing press.
They used to carve booklets in hard wood, and then they would put it in a printing press, and they could make little booklets, or on times they could make a book, but it would all be, each page had to be carved, and usually in larger letters, and they would put things together. However, when we come to the Gutenberg Bible, Johann Ginsflesch zum Gutenberg, that means John Gooseflesh of Good Mountain, he was a goldsmith. And he didn't invent the printing press, he adapted the printing press, but he made individual letters that you could put in a chase or put in a frame and lock them in, and then print the pages.
So we have a leaf here, which is a page.
This is one page from the Gutenberg Bible. You may ask why there is only one page. In the 1920s, a famous book dealer named Gabriel Wells came upon an incomplete copy of the Gutenberg Bible.
It is true that there was a partial Gutenberg Bible that was broken up. I have a friend who has 6 of them. No Gutenberg Bibles are exactly the same. And with a Gutenberg Bible, what Gutenberg did was do the printing here, but all of this fancy work, you would buy the pages and then you would take it to an illuminator who would do the fancy work here, or the red lettering, that's a rubricator who would do that.
The Gutenberg Bible to this day is regarded as one of the most beautifully printed books.
He had to invent the type. He had to invent the press that it went into. He had to invent the ink. It was a massive undertaking.
It is true that Gutenberg adapted a press. They were already making hardwood prints, but he adapted a press. The Gutenberg Bible did not sell well because even though a manuscript book, handwritten, it would have been cheaper than a manuscript book, but this would have still cost about 3 years of average clerk's wages. So Gutenberg actually, he didn't see the profit. He lost his business.
Okay, so the big question, how much you want for it?
I came up with a number, and you better brace yourself, but remember the importance of the book, of $65,000 for the page.
I don't remember when this was recorded, but I've tried to buy one of these pages, and the cheapest one I was able to buy would have been $80,000. If you get one with the fancy stuff, you could pay upwards to $120,000, but today, $75,000 to $90,000 would be an individual Gutenberg page. So he's on the mark a little low. I just don't remember when this was recorded.
Hello.
The world's most famous book person meets the world's most famous book.
Is that what I think it is?
That's a page of it.
Right, a leaf.
A page to me, a leaf to you.
Well, a page is actually one side and then the other, so it's 2 pages, 1 leaf.
If we were to look at this, a single side is a page, and when it's printed on both sides, it is called a leaf. So a leaf has 2 pages. And then when you make a quire, you fold the pages and they get bound together. But anyway, Rebecca is right.
I've seen Gutenberg Bibles before, but I don't think that I've had a chance at this length to really inspect one. Like, this is a chance that most people are never going to get, even rare book specialists.
I would touch it, but I'm afraid I'd catch on fire. It's real, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What's it worth?
Dealers I know and trust, they're gonna place this around $80,000. So I think that is fair to ask for the way things are looking right now.
I would go 45,000. That's the best I could do.
I'm going to offer it to you for 47,000, and it would be foolish for you to say no.
I'm just going to say, if the guy would have offered me that for $47,000, I would have tried to get together the money to buy it at $47,000. To this day, if I could buy one for $47,000, I would try to raise the money to get it even up to $50,000 because it is such a unique piece.
That is a price I did not imagine I would even agree to.
I have a CFO in an office right down the hallway that's going to be really mad at me. So 47, we got to do
You're
it.
not going to be mad when you make a small fortune on it.
It's amazing.
I think that Rick was a very smart man in buying that Gutenberg page. I do wonder what he sold it for. Gutenberg had his heart's desire was that people might be able to have the Word of God. He says that the unwearied machine would relieve the scribe's hand that wearied itself, but with the unwearied machine, the Word of God could fly to all the people in the world. And this is a monumental creation, the type and the machine. It fueled the Reformation in the printing of books. And I'm amazed to this day. God used that man to print the Word of God. That's why I so much like being the curator of the Biblical Heritage Archive Collection. We go around to churches and auditoriums and we share the history of the English Bible. So find out more at KJBRC.org. That's the King James Bible Research Council site. There's a lot of information on the history of the English Bible and why we support our King James Bible. Thank you for joining me today. May God bless you and get into the Word of God.